Hello. I find the biggest reaction we get to any Irish Freedom Party banner is the one to the Ireland is full banner. Some people are shouting at the window, "Go on here and good man yourself," and others are shouting abuse. So that's the one that really divides. But it's Ireland is full. The government have pretty much admitted that it's full when they're saying they can't accommodate everybody who comes here. Remember on RT there yesterday, they basically saying that Donegal is full. So any students looking to stay in the county cannot get accommodation. 15 houses to rent there in the whole county. And so students who are looking for somewhere to stay, ordinary workers who are looking to come and stay in the county and work, ordinary families, those who with defective block houses, whose houses have been knocked down and renovated, they have to find somewhere to stay. Anyway, there's nowhere to rent in Donegal. I noticed it a year and a half ago when I could see front pages in the Donegal newspaper saying students from Donegal had to go and stay in Burton Port because they couldn't find anywhere in Letterkenny. Students can't get a place to stay. Ordinary workers can't buy a house. Old people are being kicked out of care homes to make room for economic migrants from around the world. That's our problem there. The government, maybe it's not so much that their head is stuck in the sand. I think the main problem is they hate Ireland, they hate its people, its national sovereignty. And ultimately, it shows they don't care about us. They only care about implementing EU legislation on top of us. And at the same time, we have this huge problem in Donegal where no one can find a place to stay. Yesterday also, in the UK, there were 21 guys convicted. They were called the Rolex Rippers. They would go around 2 or 3 in the morning as rich guys came out with their big Rolexes out of pubs in London. They would jump on top of them. And basically, the police caught and convicted 21 of these gang members. Majority of them were Somalian. And what do we know about the Somalians in the UK? I knew a guy 15 years ago, and he was telling me he's from Moss Side in Manchester. He says 20 years ago, the Jamaicans ran the drug trade in that rough part of Manchester. But when the Somalians came in, their level of violence was off the charts. The Somalians are their culture is extremely violent. In 2019, 8% of all drug deaths in the UK were done by Somalians. And I know that in Denmark, for example, compared to an ordinary Danish person, an American has a quarter of the chance of committing a violent crime compared to a Danish person. But a Somalian is 11 times the chance of committing violent crime than an ordinary Danish person in Denmark. So Somalians have the highest rate of violent crime in Denmark. And would you believe? So while we have all these problems in Donegal and people can't find a place to stay, your students, old people, workers, what are we doing? We are putting 2,500 Somalians up in hotels and bread and breakfast around the country while there's 13,000 Irish homeless people in the country. That's just idiotic. 1, because we can't afford it financially. 2, because it's madness. It's madness to be sticking our head in the sand and thinking these Somalians, who are very violent everywhere else, won't bring their violence here. Not only do we have in the UK, not only are they known for their Rolex Rippers and jumping people and their high knife crime, but also gang rape in the UK is predominantly Pakistani Muslim and Somali Muslim as well. And they're a dangerous culture to be bringing into your country. And while Donegal and Ireland is full, we should not be putting 2,500 Somalian men in hotels at our expense and at the cost of our security. It's madness, and we got to change it. And the only way we're going to change the political decisions in our country is to change the political class who hate our people and our culture. We've got to replace them before they replace us. Because our young people are emigrating to Australia and Canada and the UK, and we're taking in, these people from Pakistan and Somalia and all over Eastern Europe because of EU open borders and because of this cultural self-hatred by the government. No. I'd ask you to come out and support the Irish Freedom Party. If you can, stand as a candidate. Offer to stand as a candidate for the Irish Freedom Party in the local elections, and let's take away votes and money from the political class in power, that we can get them out and change the political direction of Ireland. Because Ireland needs it. We are in danger of becoming a minority in our own homeland in the next number of decades unless we change direction very quickly. This isn't just about this election or that election. This is about the continuation of the Irish nation in our only homeland that we have. So we need all help, all financial help, all help to canvass, all votes. So get working. My name is Herman Kelly. I'm president of the Irish Freedom Party. Go to Margaret's.